Hello, everybody, and welcome to Philadelphia, the Liacouras Center. I am Jake Holstar alongside my color commentator, Tyler Blankenship. This is Temple Basketball. We are here on WIP Radio on YouTube, and we got a fun one in store today. Tyler, Temple coming off of a loss. They're 7-5, and Buffalo also coming off of a loss. They're 5-6. Going into this game, Tyler, what can you expect from these both teams?
Well, for Temple, I expect them to try to come out firing early and often. They've had a bad habit lately of getting early and having to get back in these. I mean, they're fighting fourth quarters, but they're not exactly fourth quarters you want to put yourself in. Where against Davidson a couple games ago, they came back and they got that big 2000th winner of the season, but it came because of fourth quarter heroics again, where you had to come back from double digits. But the same thing happened in the last game. You got down by double digits, you tied it up in the last minute, but you ended up losing the game in the final 30 seconds. So hopefully Temple can get out to an early lead here. Do not try to fall too much in love with the three-point shot. Temple's had very good luck this year, and they've been very effective at driving to the basket, and they'll set up these high screens, and they'll turn and use their speed from their guards, Mashburn, DeZoni, whoever it may be. If they can find that corner, they can get to the layup pretty easily. I want to see Temple get to that early and often, and then open up the three-point shot later on.
Absolutely, and looking at this Buffalo team coming off 100-49 loss against Georgia, over double their points, but that's Georgia. Georgia is one of the better teams in the country. What are you expecting from Buffalo? What do they need to do in order to try to pull a quick one on Temple?
Just need to stay in control. They don't have a lot of size when it comes to Temple. I'm going to expect to try to play fast in transition. Tyson Dunn, who he leads them in assists, he also leads them in steals, but does also lead them in turnovers. He averages nearly 5 turnovers a game, compared to 5.5 per game. So, little kind of there. But if he can stay under control, he can get everything to the ball to the playmakers, and hold it or bachelor who are leading score, and maybe they can get off the clean. Because like Georgia was a deficit a lot for the work. They went down early to a 23-0 deficit. Obviously, try to play in control, don't turn the ball over and play fast.
Yeah, and also on the Buffalo team, there is somebody that is averaging the most points per game for them. Sophomore Ryan Abel averaging 16.9 points per game, basically 7 points a game. And it's not going to be tough to stop the score, but as long as Buffalo is able to stop Buffalo getting to the playmakers, because they have their 3 guys that are averaging over 8 points a game. That's only 2 points in the team averaging for a game. So as long as you can limit them getting the ball, like defense has what you were saying. And I like to think the group Weiler, the one who was thinking about love and the off-ball guard. That's over there where, you know, he out of court. He's so good. He's great moving off-ball game to spot that we just keep on the hand. Got that ball to someone down the left. Top of the key now. To the wing, the three. It's no good, and there's a rebound from Lynn Greer.
Great job by Temple just staying and just there.
Absolutely, just stay in front of you. That's all you got to get them to do. Force them to make bad shots. A little bit of an Aaron pass from Seth, but he's able to corral that one. To the corner for Tobias now. Oh, and it rattles in the three.
They got a nice friendly bounce there for Tobias, and I like this look we've seen from Temple so far. Temple fans where they're driving everyone to lose that help defense shows itself. You pass it to the shooter in the corner.
Absolutely, two wide open shots from Temple here, and Tobias not known for scoring. He's out there for defense, but every time he scores, it's an added.
Oh yeah, if you could.
Oh, and then driving two for Ryan Sable gets the N1, and he has a chance to tie this one up. But like we were saying, Tobiasen, defense first, but as long as he keeps scoring, then he's definitely going to find himself more and more minutes throughout the season.
Yeah, and you love the energy that he brings. When you watch him, I don't think he's ever actually on his heels when the action is going on.
No.
He's constantly bouncing around. He's always getting his hands involved. It's just awesome to see a young guy that have the energy on the floor.
And it's crazy. His first start of the season during the Big Five tournament, in the Big Five Classic third place match, he did a lot. He really did defense, and he also scored, which was crazy to see because that was his first time starting at the Wells Fargo Center.
He's basically forcing Coach Adam Fisher to play him.
Yeah, bad pass from Temple to Steve Settle. It's going to go out of bounds, and it's a turnover for Temple. They're trying to get it to Steve Settle out in the wing, and Settle was not able to get that one. Now Buffalo bringing it up the court. At the top of the key, going back and forth. Passing it up to Sable now. Sable getting double teamed. Duradola getting back to his man. Anquan Bolden Jr., the son of a former NFL player, passes it over for the three, and that was Noah Batchelor, the junior from Maryland, with the three.
That was a nice clean shot. He had zero hesitation on that one.
Yeah, and that's crazy because, like you said, not a really taller big team. He's the big man in the starting five, and if he's knocking down threes, that's nice. Mashburn from three isn't able to hit it And Duradola giving up the rebound to Ryan Sable.
It was an open shot from Mashburn. He's usually better about making those.
Yeah, it was a good look, I would say. But unfortunately, you miss most of the shots here in basketball. The jump shot from Bolden is no good. Bringing it up the court now is Mashburn. And they're going to call an offensive foul there. Or a defensive foul. Looks like they're high-fiving a line. It looks like he's going to the line.
Blocking foul, looks like.
Yeah. I could have swore Sable planted his feet, but I guess not.
They're not going to show a replay, but hey, we'll just have to trust the ref on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to be inbounding it now. Bounce pass to Tobias and a spin.
Foul.
And that's going to be a foul, yep. Tough shot for Tobias to be able to get that one up. Tobias looking to add 2 more to his 3 total already.
Yeah, it's a good start for him, showing a lot of energy. That's what I like to see from him and other players. It's great. When they come on the floor, you're not always going to get the most minutes compared to players like Mashburn. So when you're out there, show the energy.
Absolutely, and great look from Lynn Greer as well, bouncing it in. He was able to get him down low. A bounce pass between the defenders. The first one falls.
And this is good to see, too, for Temple. If you're hitting these free throws early, because Temple has really, especially earlier in the season, struggled with their free throws.
Yeah, I mean, free throws was a big reason why in that Big 5 Classic match they weren't able to come back, because every time they gave themselves opportunities to get these easy 1 or 2 buckets, they just weren't hitting them.
And Coach Adam Fisher lamented that at the press conference after the Big 5.
Absolutely, yeah. Free throws might be a small part of the game, but it's a big reason to why you can come back and win. Inbounding it now. Buffalo, a full trap here from Temple.
Not letting him get set up early.
Yeah, as that will be a foul for Temple, it looks like. Another defensive blocking foul. Shane Dezzoni is looking to check in here.
Shane Dezzoni, who's had a really good last few games. He's shown a lot of energy, especially on offense for the Temple Owls.
Coming in for Tobiasen, who Tobiasen was one of the guys that knocked Dezzoni out of the starting lineup.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's definitely fighting for those minutes back, and so far here he has. Very interesting choice for Coach Fisher to take out Tobiasen, who has all 5 points on the board already, but he might see something that he likes in Dezzoni. A jump shot from Buffalo is good. That was number 11, Bryson Wilson, the sophomore from Washington, D.C. Duradola over to Greer now at the wing. Greer pushing in, and that is going to be, it looks like another.
Because your guards are faster than the other teams, and you're forcing them to either foul you or show the help defense.
Absolutely, and then when that help defense comes, you already saw 2 wide open shots from the corners. Dezzoni now checking in, fresh legs already. Over to Mashburn. Mashburn working on his man, is going to get stripped of the ball, and Buffalo falls on it, and it's going to be a turnover for Mashburn.
Yeah, I'd like to see Mashburn keep his eyes up there, see if he can find your teammates. He looked like he was predetermining where he was already going.
Absolutely. Pump fake, Euro step.
Wow.
Very nice move from Anquan Bolden Jr.
Woo, he got around his defender there. That was a sweet move.
I don't know who was defending him, but he cooked him.
Yeah, he really did.
Wow, that was really nice to see.
Looking like his dad with the route running.
Absolutely. Greer from 3. Is no good. Coming up short, Duradola with the rebound and the foul at the rim.
Okay, now I'm loving this from Temple early on. I wanted to see if they're going to keep doing it, but the offensive rebounding and the effort to get the offensive rebounding has been very positive here so far. I love to see that from Temple.
Absolutely. When you have the size advantage, you might as well keep playing into that advantage when you can keep getting the rebound.
Box out and crash the glass.
Absolutely. This will come to our first timeout of the game. We'll be back once they come back to the court. See you then. Welcome back to WHIP Radio on YouTube. Jake Holsauer alongside Tyler Blankenship, and Temple losing right now 10-5. It's only 5 minutes into the first half, so a lot could change, a lot could happen.
Right.
Babatunde Duradola on the line after the foul that ended before that commercial break.
Yeah, all of Temple's points so far coming from Aiden Tobias.
Yeah. Not anymore, though.
Until that.
Yep. Duradola getting his first points of the game, lining up for the second free throw. And like we said before the break, Temple's got to hit these free throws. They got to hopefully get momentum building after this last non-conference matchup to keep hitting these free throws because they've hurt them in the past.
Yeah, and this is very encouraging. You're 4 for 4 from the line to start.
Yeah, that's perfect, especially against a team that isn't as good as the opponents that you faced previously in the season. So you definitely want to make sure that at least that part of the game is going to be sound. Coming up now for Buffalo, Ryan Sable bringing it up, the leading scorer for this team per game.
Quante Berry is checked in as well as Gray.
And Tobiason's back in there, right?
No.
No. Gray, you're right. Similar type hair. The three, no good from Buffalo. Taking that shot was Noah Batchelor.
Yeah, Batchelor's quick with that trigger, man. You get him the ball at the three-point line, he's not afraid to hit that shot.
And it's interesting because he's a big man. As that swatted down, the pass from DeZoni, fast break.
Oh,
Bolden's able to put it up, and another great layup from Bolden.
And he is quick, and you're right, he kind of floats in the air every time he goes up. Look at this.
Yeah, look, watching the replay, he was able to keep his body up and lean into the defender to try to cause the foul.
And that's a good job drawing the foul, too, putting your body into the defender while also still getting the layup.
Yeah, because it looks like DeZoni kind of gave up during the shot to try to not get the foul, and then he wasn't able to move his body out of the way.
If you're going to be in the way right there, if you're DeZoni, at least you need to swipe down and get your hand on the ball.
Yeah, I mean, make him earn the points. Yeah,
earn it.
The and one is good. Buffalo now up by 6 here in the first half. 15 minutes left to go. And it looks like a really big change here for Temple. A lot of new faces. The only one staying on the floor is Mashburn and DeZoni.
Yeah, and you'd like, the block there. You would like to see Mashburn start getting going early here.
Especially when the second units start coming out because he is your number one scorer. Zion Stanford with the reverse layup gets blocked.
Good job using your size, though, to get down low.
Absolutely. Stanford, another one of those guys that was in the starting lineup early on and has kind of moved back in the minutes department. So we'll definitely see how him and DeZoni throughout this entire season kind of change their roles moving forward. As that two inside is missed. Scramble for the ball, and now there's a fast break for Temple. The layup, no good, but there is a foul call.
Yeah, good job by Barry there taking the layup. It looks like he hesitated there, though, for a second.
Yeah.
You need to just put your head down. If you're going for it, go for it.
Yeah, I think Barry there was kind of maybe looking to see if there's anyone back to try to maybe get the easier bucket. But, I mean, if it's a one-on-one, you got to trust yourself into getting those points, which is what Bolden did in the last possession. Right. And now it looks like Barry kind of trying to play catch-up now, going for 2 free throws instead of 1. And there, right there is a missed free throw from Barry, and that's what we were talking about. You got to hit these ones. As Matteo Piccarelli checking into the game, a big player for this team last season, really took a step back going into this season as he's not really part of the even 7-man rotation for this team anymore.
Yeah, you really only bring him in. You'll see him come in on offense, just kind of stand in the corner and wait for that open shot.
Yeah, he does wait for it a lot, as Barry ends up missing both free throws. So that's a very interesting predicament that Temple finds himself in, is now they're looking up at the scoreboard, and if Buffalo keeps scoring, there might be a problem here.
Yeah, 4 of your 7 points have come from the free throw line. That can't be your main source.
Yeah, absolutely, especially against a team that just gave up 100 points. So
good steal there. Great job by DeZoni.
Yeah, DeZoni now, Euro step, left-handed, nice play. Looks like Temple and Buffalo's trading Euro steps in this one so far.
DeZoni on both ends there. First a swipe down, Piccarelli gets it, passes it back up to DeZoni. That was a great Euro step, like I said, for the points.
Yeah, that was a very nice possession there for Temple. Quick, nice and quick to get that fast break. Another steal. Stanford now going in. A Euro step again, but that one's blocked from behind. It looks like they were going for another one, and that was a shooting foul from Buffalo.
Get it back in blood, I guess. They saw that first Euro step and said, all right, we got you.
Yeah.
And great job by Dezzoni again. That's 2 steals in a row for him, and he's been showing this a lot in the past few games.
Absolutely. I think with Tobiasen pretty much taking his starting job, he was looking at Fisher and said, if I can't play defense, here I am. Also, it looks like Temple looking at that 1 Euro step from Bolden earlier on, they're like, what you can do, I can do better at that point.
Exactly. Speaking of Bolden, he checks back in.
Yeah, it looks like Bolden might do another one on his offensive possession.
Hey, listen, I love the Euro step, so keep bringing them on.
Oh, absolutely.
If you execute it properly.
Yeah, it looks nice. It looks clean almost every time. Stanford now hits his second free throw, and just like that, down by 2.
I like it. They're disrupting the passing lanes and creating early and fast offense for themselves.
Absolutely. It looks like they're not really holding on to the ball too long. They're trying to get to their shots, and as soon as they get it, they chuck it up.
Yeah, be aggressive. Don't let the other team get into their defensive set.
Absolutely. Corner 3 from Bolden is good, and he is looking really nice to start this one.
Yeah, maybe not the guy you want to leave open in the corner there.
Absolutely not. The sophomore all the way down from Florida coming to play here for Buffalo. Nice pass from Dezzoni to Picarelli. Stanford open. Pump fake to Dezzoni in the corner. Hits the 3, and he's looking good today, too.
Fantastic ball movement by Temple there. Something we've been critical of them before in the past this season. Great ball movement there, finding the open shooters. If it wasn't available, make the extra pass, and that got that 3 open.
Absolutely. And I think earlier in the season, as Sable takes a 3, does not chuck it up, was looking for a foul. I think Stanford would take that shot earlier into the season. But now with playing with the team more, as that 3 from Dezzoni is missed, it's going to be a blocking foul from Buffalo, it looks like. Temple going to gain possession again.
Yeah, it looks like Buffalo may have gone over the back there. Great job by Gray, who fought for the offensive rebound, got in front of the Buffalo player. And that's exactly what you want to see from your team, giving yourself second chance opportunities. You're already creating yourself points in transition with the steals. Anytime you can get those extra shot opportunities, I mean, Temple's doing a great job of creating those so far.
Absolutely. Gray looks like is going to be going up to the line now. But what I was saying before with the last possession from Temple, with that great ball movement, Zion Stanford, I think in the beginning of the year, would have taken that shot
100%.
if he was semi-open, but he was able to pass it and kick it out to even the more open guy in Dezzoni, and Dezzoni was able to hit the 3.
And the drive and kick is exactly what you said. I love that from Temple because it's worked well for them in the past. They just haven't gone to it enough.
Absolutely. Because if you have a size advantage, as Gray misses that free throw.
Front rim on a free throw is always disappointing.
Yeah, it is. If you have the size advantage, might as well try to get down low, and if it doesn't work, you need help down low, they're just going to kick it out like they've been doing all game.
And it's not often that Temple could potentially have both the speed and the size advantage.
Absolutely. A nice 1-2 from Buffalo, and that was a nice play from Braden Jackson, the freshman.
A quick little crossover there to get to the basket.
Yeah, the Canadian, hailing from Ontario.
A lot of Canadians on the Buffalo team.
Yeah.
Which I guess shouldn't be a surprise.
Makes sense. Buffalo close to it. Picarelli with the step back hits it. And you know when Picarelli's draining shots, it's going to be a good day.
Man, that was a sweet step back there. And nothing but net on the shot, too.
Yeah, that was clean. I'll tell you what, one time when I was watching Picarelli practice, he did not miss a shot. When he gets in his zone, he hits everything.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though, when he gets into the zone.
Exactly.
Because it can be inconsistent. And that might have been a travel missed by the refs there.
Wow, but that's going to be a wide-open 3 from Ben Michaels, another freshman, this time from England.
Yeah.
So a lot of players coming in from the international scene. But, I mean, like you said, Tyler, ref could have potentially missed a travel there.
Yeah, I think he took an extra step there. The crowd was definitely seeing it.
Absolutely. Down low to Gray, put it up with the right hand, and that's a nice play from Stanford to see him open.
Yeah, great job. He got down low on the backdoor cut. Anquan Bolden Jr. did not see that, and it was an easy bucket for Gray.
Absolutely. Going in, Sable, a nice swipe from Barry. Oh, but a bad pass down the lane. It was going to be a 3-on-2, but a nice play. Barry getting his get back.
Yeah, Barry all over here. This is a great job by Temple, really, between Dezzoni, Barry, and the others disrupting these passing lanes.
Absolutely. Temple looking so far like they're going to need to come back in this one, but they're only down by 3, looking for their first lead of the game. And we'll be back from our second media timeout of the game. Stay tuned. Welcome back to WHIP Radio on YouTube. Jake Colsauer alongside Tyler Blankenship. 21-18 is your score so far. Buffalo leading Temple men's basketball. And it looks like Coach Fisher bringing in a couple new substitutes. Lynn Greer and Steve Settle now into the game, which it looks like he's incorporating some of his starters back in, which is good. He went to the bench pretty early so far in this one.
Yeah, and he's gotten good success from with Quante Berry and Dezzoni and even Gray now, who's still in. Like, if your bench can contribute and give your time for your starters to, come back in the second half, because that's what we've seen a lot from this team this season. And the bench has often been consistent.
Absolutely. Piccarelli playing defense now. He made a nice shot before the timeout break, playing very, very sticky defense, and that's a great defensive stand from Piccarelli there.
Yeah, good job, and he even got the rebound.
Absolutely. Quante Berry now bringing it up. Lynn Greer at the top of the key getting pressed. Over to Piccarelli, finding Steve Settle in the corner for three, and he airballs it.
Coming off of a game where he made like 6 3-pointers.
Yeah, I mean, that's an air ball is always rough to see, but that's his first shot of the game, so you got to give him some credit there. He just came back into the game.
They'll go back to him with that. You can trust him to make those usually.
Absolutely. It's crazy that Steve Settle, one of the better three-point shooters of this Temple team, is also like their starting big man.
Yeah. Hey, you love it though. Opens up the floor more for you.
Absolutely.
And
a reach-in foul there for Buffalo on Steve Settle, and he's going to go to the line, it looks like.
their 8th foul of this half so far.
Wow. I mean, like we said before, at Buffalo, not the best defensive team. They just gave up 100 points, but it looks like they do play really, really like sticky defense, trying to force fouls and make people earn their points, just like the free throws so far in this game.
Just maybe a little erratic, but this is a way for Temple to stay in the game until your starters and your players such as Mashburn can finally get it going.
Absolutely, and that could also be a Buffalo strategy going into this one. You know, Temple, not the greatest free throw shooting team, so maybe you just want them to earn those points.
Maybe.
Settle
but
makes
Temple's
the first
making
one.
them, so.
Yeah, only missed 2 so far, both from Quante Berry in that one possession. Mashburn checking back in for Berry.
Yeah, I'd really like to see Mashburn get it going on offense, because if he can get going and open up the floor more, become that threat that they need a double like we've seen before, then Temple can be a lot more consistent on offense.
Absolutely. Settle making the second free throw, cuts the lead down to 1. Mashburn held scoreless so far in this one, the leading scorer for this Temple team. But I mean, it's a good thing when you're sticking in the game and your leading scorer is not scoring.
Right, because he's usually the engine of the offense. So
exactly.
if you're tied up or near tied up without him, then if you can get him going later, you have a good chance to win it.
Absolutely. Sable now at the top of the key getting a pick. Working on Piccarelli, keeps his hands up, but it's going to be a shooting foul.
Yeah, he had his hands up, but
and he kept them up trying to show ref that he didn't do anything.
Still awkward defense from him there. That wasn't the best matchup for Piccarelli.
No, I mean, they're facing the tallest guy on the team, Tim Obo, who, the freshman, also from England, really does play this kind of main center type role for this team coming off the bench. But, I mean, you do need, at some point, a true center to be on the court.
I was curious to see how they're going to use him today. He didn't get the most minutes before today, but he is the biggest player on the court this afternoon. So I was curious to see if they're going to give him more playing time, and here he is.
Absolutely. Obo averaging 3 points a game. So not the best offensive scorer for this team, but his size, his presence alone definitely makes other teams tremble.
Yeah, and he only averages about 12 minutes a game as well. So, I mean, he's already been here for a while. I mean, yeah, he's already at 4 minutes.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to, Buffalo's trying to counteract the size that Temple brings to the court.
Yeah, the game within the game, but now you got to ask him to step up.
Absolutely, as it looks like there is some sort of stoppage here. I'm not sure what happened. Coach Fisher kind of looked a little angry at the refs.
Are the refs looking at this foul now?
Yeah, it looks like they are. I'm not sure what they're kind of, maybe Coach Fisher tried to challenge the foul. I mean, I'm not entirely sure either. I mean, it's pretty early on still in this game, so I'm not sure if that foul will kill you. But
do these college basketball refs go to New York as well, like they do? Like, is that how it works, or where's their station at to where you look at these?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what really just happened here on the court, because it looks like everybody else is going back to their stations. And it looks like Obo still lining up at the free throw line. So I'm not sure what that stoppage was. It looked like Coach Fisher was kind of angry at the refs.
Well, I'm not Tom Brady, so I can say it. What the heck is going on with these refs right now?
yeah, I have no clue. Yeah, just a random stoppage. But hey, it's good for Temple as Obo misses the first one.
Hey, we'll take it, I guess. If you're Coach Adam Fisher, you're like, hey, all right.
Yeah, everybody in the crowd, the stands now is kind of thanking the refs at that point for stopping the game.
Yeah, he hits the second one.
Yeah, there you go. So only up by 2 now is Buffalo, but Temple still looking for their first lead of the game.
Right. We're only down by 2, though. You got 10 minutes left in the first half.
And this is an interesting matchup. Sable on Settle. Coming up the court. It looks like they did switch over.
I'd like to see that matchup more down low than up top. But yeah.
Yeah, very interesting. Link Greer now over to Mashburn. Mashburn for 3. Comes up short, and the rebound there for Buffalo. Noah Batchelor, who seems to be everywhere so far. Wide open from 3, too, but the left-handed floater is good from Kevon Bradford, another freshman, the very young Buffalo team here.
Yeah, that was a sweet layup by him there with the lefty, getting off top of the glass to fall in with the and one.
Yeah, the freshman Bradford coming all the way over from Portland, Oregon, but don't worry, Tyler. He trained in Western Canada.
Okay.
So still a lot of international presence here on the court.
It looks like they were, I mean, pardon the potential pun here, they were picking on Piccarelli, who just got subbed out. That was back-to-back possessions where he caused an and one.
I mean, Piccarelli, the reason he doesn't play much this season is he's very streaky, but his defense also isn't up to par with most of the other players on the team.
Yeah, Buffalo identified that and went after him right away.
Yeah, Mashburn, another open 3. Not able to hit it. Looks like Mashburn kind of in a bit of a drought so far to start this one. Still looking for his first points as Bolden gets it all the way on the other side of the court, but he's going to slow it down a little bit.
This is what you see oftentimes from Mashburn as well on offense. He'll fall over the 3, but then later on in the game, he'll get back to driving towards the basket, which is very good.
Yeah, backing down Lynn Greer is Bradford, who puts up the shot, but it's going to get fouled once again. A lot of fouls coming from both teams.
Wait, hold up. They
blew the whistle, so it might have been an offensive foul.
Yeah, it looked like an offensive foul, so it looks like Temple will be inbounding here.
Interesting, but still a lot of fouls for both teams early in this one, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, they're going to count that as a turnover here.
Interesting, okay. Bringing up the court now is Greer, who's getting played a lot closer than before coming up the court. Greer settle over to Mashburn. Mashburn not taking that 3 this time. Lynn Greer now driving in. Looks like he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah.
And that's tough. It looks like Buffalo kind of forcing Temple to go towards the corners now.
Yeah, they're almost playing like a 4-1 zone where they're playing the drop with their big man, and they're forcing them to try to get past it, almost building a wall in front of them.
Absolutely.
Just shifting to the shooters wherever they're at the top of the key.
Yeah, it was interesting. Both the guards, Sable and the other guard they have there, Bolden, we're kind of just like standing at the top of the key, making sure they don't get the shot.
Yeah.
Down low now for Buffalo. The pump fake from at the top of the key.
Oh.
And it's going to be a foul this time against Steve Settle on the pass.
You like to see your team be aggressive on defense, but you still have to play smart.
Especially when you have the foul advantage so far in this one. Yeah. Buffalo's 8 to, it looks like now Temple's 6. They're not getting to the line just yet.
Looks like I'm not sure what happened here.
A foul coming from the inbound is interesting. I guess that maybe an illegal screen of some kind, I would assume, something like that. Temple now has the ball, so a couple of interesting foul calls, back-to-back possessions. But now Temple down by 5, looking to try to chip away to this deficit. I mean, still looking for their first lead of the game, only down by 5. Settle looked to be open but didn't take the shot. Mashburn, another shot, finally hits it, and that could hopefully get him going. A 3-pointer from Jamal Mashburn.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to get it going so far, but I mean, he's had a few open shots, so nice to finally see him make one. And then, like you said, maybe that can be the one that gets him going.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you just need to see it go in.
Yeah, Buffalo now. Sable driving in a little bit back. The 3 is good from number 14, Fredericks Maynards, coming all the way from Latvia. Another freshman, Tyler. Another imported freshman.
What's going on with Buffalo today?
The turnaround jumper from Stanford comes up short. Nice play from Duradola to keep it in bounds, though.
Yeah, great job by him sticking with the play.
Absolutely. You love to see him staying around the rim and make sure that everything around the rim gets to him when it doesn't go in. Mashburn driving in, like you said before, hits the play, hits the shot off of Maynard's. And, I mean, Maynard's 7 feet tall, shooting threes. That's crazy.
Yeah. Hey, but great job by Mashburn there, finding the open space in the zone and getting the shot up.
Absolutely. The left-handed layup from Sable's no good, and now Temple looks like they could go on a run. Settle gets it up and in. And it looks like it's going to stand. Steve Settle with a very nice 2, and it's going to be an N1 call.
I love that from Settle. We've seen him do this a lot. If he gets on that fast break, there is no hesitation from him ever. You'll see him go for the dunk. He got the layup there and caused the N1. Fantastic job by him.
Absolutely.
On the break.
And I thought Buffalo did a really good job of planting their feet, but I guess he just didn't do it quick enough to cause the foul there.
You're probably questioning what's Settle going to do there because we've seen him fly up before.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. But I guess the guy in his way wasn't in a good enough position to be able to do that. Really put his body into it, was able to lay it up, took a couple bounces, but still made it in regardless.
Put his head down. He knew exactly what he was doing, getting to the basket.
Absolutely. But there comes our third media timeout of the half. We'll be back as soon as the players make it on the court again. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to WHIP Radio on YouTube. Jay Colesauer alongside Tyler Blankenship. And Temple has a chance to tie this game up from the Steve Settle free throw off of the N1 to end the media timeout.
Yeah, like we said, great job being aggressive there. Temple getting these fast break points. I mean, Steve Settle, we've seen him do this a lot. We've seen him rise up and yam it on some people as well before. I was kind of hoping he would do it there, but.
Yeah, absolutely. Settle up and good. And that is the first tie of the game for Temple since 0-0.
And Temple right now, I want to point out, they're winning this rebound battle off the offensive glass. They have 5 offensive rebounds compared to Buffalo's 0.
The size advantage, like we've talked about all game so far. I mean, that's why they brought in the freshman.
Ooh.
Oh, as a air ball there from Buffalo. I mean, that's why they brought in the 7-foot freshman to counteract the size.
Oh, yeah. I was wondering if Barry possibly got a piece of that, but it looks like he just disrupted the shot.
Yeah, Barry back into the game alongside Dezzoni, and Settle, Mashburn, Duradola, a couple starters out there still. Dezzoni now at the wing, giving it over to Settle. This is the tallest lineup Buffalo's had all day so far, with 2 mainly forwards there. A little bit of a Euro step, but an air ball from Settle, really putting his body in to Buffalo's defender there.
Yeah, Buffalo probably
Bachelor.
trying to do whatever they can to counteract the size disadvantage.
Absolutely. At the top of the key now, the tallest man between both teams, Maynard's 7 feet tall.
Ooh.
Mashburn doing a good job to give it to Settle as he doesn't let it get out of bounds.
Settle again.
Settle doesn't get it. The put back from Dezzoni, though, and that was really, really nice.
That friendly roll there just kind of hung on the front rim there for a second. They dropped in. Great job by him sticking with the play. And that's a 7-0 run now for Temple that gives them the lead.
Yeah, their first lead of the game. I think there was a collective gasp on that one, as that's going to be a shooting foul against Caven Bradford. And Buffalo has a good chance to really tie this one back up. Trad doesn't get it away. But, I mean, what a spot from Dezzoni to be in. He was in the perfect spot at the perfect time.
Yeah, he just rose up right after Steve Settle attempted the shot. I mean, he didn't even know if that ball was going in or not, but it's just a great job sticking with the play and being there for the second chance opportunity.
Yeah, great team play right there, because even though you want to trust your guy, you always want to have the backup just in case that situation happens. I mean, Settle went up against, it looked like 3 players in the paint.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to be there just in case Settle isn't able to knock it down.
And that's what we were saying with Settle. If he puts his head down on those fast break opportunities, he's going to the basket.
Absolutely.
And why not when you've got the size and the length to do it?
Yeah, Caven Bradford now missed one of his free throws, so Buffalo still trailing after Temple finally gets their first lead of the game. Barry now working on his defender. Bradford over to Dezzoni. Dezzoni down low to Duradola. Duradola putting his size in against the freshman, and he gets it. And that's what you want to see from Duradola against somebody like Maynard, who's 7 feet tall but doesn't even hit 200 pounds.
Yeah, yeah, that's the point right there. It's you might have the length, but you don't have the size there compared to Duradola.
Absolutely not. Duradola, an absolute mammoth down low, and he showed it there, putting his shoulder into Maynard's.
Yeah, created that space with a little shoulder bump and went up.
And that's going to be a tough decision now for Buffalo's head coach, where, I mean, do you keep him in? Maynard's from 3 misses that one. Maynard's might give you a little bit more offensive play than Obo, but Obo gives you that bigger size that they might need down low against Babatunde Duradola.
And they were trying to get it to Duradola again there down low. I think they like the matchup they have with him with maybe anybody, but hey, here comes your guy.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Obo coming in for that more defensive presence down low, because Babatunde Duradola, he would keep going back to that. They tried to go back to it if they kept Maynard's in, but Obo now there to stop Duradola from going off.
Temple was going to keep going to that well.
Absolutely. Duradola now still kind of trying to work on him, but he realized that it's not as easy as Maynard's.
He was trying to back him down there for a second.
Steve Settle now.
Ooh,
driving in and does not get the 2 to fall as it kind of gets knocked out, and it looks like it's going to get...
It was a swipe down from the Buffalo defender. It was a good job by Settle getting into the paint. They're getting past his initial defender, but the help defense got there in time.
Yeah, a little bit of talk from the refs to see who touched it last. Dezzoni from 3. Ooh, does not even come close to hitting that one.
Doesn't get more open than that if you're Dezzoni. A great job by Duradola setting the screen there to get him open from the three-point line.
Absolutely. But, I mean, hey, can't make them all.
Yeah, 3 for 11 from 3, so yeah. Obviously.
Buffalo now inbounding it. Temple staying in around the court side of Buffalo, but Buffalo making a very nice pass up to Bolden now, who's wide open from 3 but does not hit it, and that is a little bit of a nice play from Temple to be able to not let them do it. Dezzoni, the rebound from Settle, another one. Fight for the ball. Settle gets it again. A bit of a scrap for the ball. He's on the ground.
They're calling a jump ball.
Yeah, it's going to be a turnover from Temple's defense. But, I mean, Temple, a little bit of a sigh when Bolden missed the wide-open three,
Yeah.
and now coming back to their possession, wasn't able to make it fall.
I love the aggressiveness from Settle and others down low there to keep the play in. I mean, goodness, he got a couple attempts there to probably push it back in.
Yeah, what I like from Temple's offense is it looks like they know that they have the size advantage, so they're forcing it down low to make Buffalo not let them get the defensive help they need down low. So they're trying to force the shots like we saw earlier in the game. It looks like Buffalo kind of gave away the help defense a little bit, but it looks like they might potentially have to switch back if Temple keeps pounding it inside.
Yeah, they're definitely taking advantage of what they have in the paint, and if you keep pushing the ball down low there, you might open up some shots for yourself down out wide or in the corners or from the wings, which we saw from Dezzoni, and potentially when Mashburn comes back in.
Yeah, I mean, 3 from 11 from three-point range, so it might seem like Temple might start going away from it. They have so far, but if Buffalo leaves them open, they might start hopefully taking those shots again.
Yeah, and what we've seen from Temple, too, is that they're more of a second-half team. They've always been down by these double digits. Then they come back in the second half. So now if you're Temple and you can maintain this lead for however long it is or however small it is, I mean, going into the second half, you know, they feel more comfortable. Plus, like we said, like you mentioned before the game, they are undefeated at home. So going in with a lead in half at home where you're undefeated, all the confidence in the world.
Absolutely. And like you said, when you were going over Temple's team, they get into deficits early and then come back and then like play hero ball, like make like the good moments happen. But if you have a lead going into halftime, that's a big plus against a team like Buffalo where their defense isn't as good as other teams they faced.
Yeah, if you're Temple, though, just don't take your foot off the gas.
No, absolutely not. You don't want them to take them off the gas, but you also want to see them adjust to how Buffalo's playing you defensively. If the down low play isn't working anymore, kick it back out and start shooting those threes again.
Yeah, we've seen some good ball movement from Temple when they do to get into their sets.
Absolutely, and I think one guy that definitely need to get going, he's not coming back onto the court, it looks like, to start this after this timeout, but Jamal Mashburn, he really needs to get himself going when he comes back into the court, and instead of taking those threes, I think he should start trying to drive into the paint and taking the more jump shot twos that he's been known for taking so far this year.
Yeah, he does a great job with his speed. I mean, he's so shifty at times. He could find those open spots and get to the basket, or like you said, find those mid-ranges. I don't want to see him just purely be sitting at the wing and taking these threes.
Absolutely. One guy coming back out into the court is Tobias, and he's back. So that's interesting that he took that much of a break, or Fisher gave him that much of a break to come back into this one. Duradola coming back out, Stanford, Dezzoni, and Barry, which Barry, the only guy in this 5 right now who doesn't have points so far.
Right, but he has been doing a good job of starting some of these fast break opportunities, getting disrupting the passing lane. So while the box score might not stand out, Quante Barry has been effective on the court.
Absolutely. Buffalo now bringing it in. Sable bringing it up for them. Trying to go to his left. Obo staying into the game to try to counteract Duradola.
Oh.
Some tough offensive play. The turnaround mid-jumper is not good. Temple now with another rebound.
Yeah, great job by Dezzoni there crashing.
Absolutely. Dezzoni, it looks like he's been a great point of attack here for Temple, but also defensively, it looks like he's really holding his own.
Yeah, he's been everywhere for them.
Zoni now, Duradola doing the screen, the pick and roll. And he just kind of chucks it up because he realized he was getting trapped. Coast to coast is Bolden. Fight for the ball, and it looks like it's going to end up being a Buffalo inbound. Last touch by a Temple defender.
And real quick in the last possession by Dezzoni, we were just singing his praises. He had the pick and roll there with Duradola, who played it perfectly. If you're going to set a screen like that, the moment you feel contact, you roll to the basket. And he had a smaller guard on him and Sable down low. It should have been a very easy high pass for Dezzoni to make for Duradola to get the easy bucket, but he didn't see it, and then he made an errant pass once the pressure came to him near the baseline. Yeah,
absolutely. Dezzoni got trapped in the corner, and I think he realized his mistake to not get it to Duradola down low, and unfortunately the pass.
And Duradola was asking for it, too. He saw how wide open he was.
Absolutely. Inbound now for Buffalo. Bryson Wilson on that inbound, but it's going to go Temple's way.
Great job by Dezzoni and Barry there again, disrupting the pass, causing the turnover.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Temple really playing good defense so far here in this one. And it looks like the team's moving as one unit. As of before, in the beginning of the year, it looks like there was kind of a couple guys that kind of like the offense ran through them, the defense ran through them. But it looks like this team is really glued together. Just like this play, where unfortunately it's going to be an offensive foul for Duradola, but another pick and roll, and he was open.
Actually, they may call this on Buffalo.
Really? Interesting, because it looked like Duradola was mad when they called the foul. He thought it was an offensive foul on himself, but it looks like he might be going to the line now.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little confusion on the court as Duradola definitely was a little bit angry they called the foul. He thought they would have called it on him, but it looks like it's actually going to be a defensive foul that's going to give them more free throws.
Yeah, maybe that's a lesson for Duradola. Always act like it's against you. You know?
Yeah, true. He unfortunately does miss this one, but hey, it's free shots at this point.
Yeah.
So any shot you can get here. Lynn Greer checks back into the game. Dezzoni checking out.
Yeah.
Little less than 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Duradola, 4 points so far here in this game. Can he make it 5? Yes.
Good job with Duradola there. Keep building on this lead before you go into the end of the first half.
Absolutely, a 4-point lead here for Temple with a little under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Buffalo now giving it over to Sable. I'll tell you what, they've really held Sable in check so far in this game. Only 3 points as the leading scorer coming into this game per game. I mean, they've done a good job stopping him.
Oh, yeah, fantastic job. And, you know, they're just not letting him get into a rhythm. They're staying at his face. He's 0 for 3 from 3 as well. 1 for 5 overall. So Temple doing a great job of keeping him uncomfortable.
Absolutely, and it looks like a foul from Temple is going to give free throws to Buffalo. Taking those shots will be Braden Jackson.
Yeah, both teams shooting 71% from the free throw line. Yeah, Temple's taking about twice as many.
Absolutely. This could potentially stop a 3-minute scoring drought here for Buffalo, but it is not going to stop that so far. So that scoring drought is still going to keep going. 0 for 6 and field goals for Buffalo, 0 for 4 for Temple. So a bit of a scoring drought overall for both teams.
But it's the free throws like we talked about that are keeping Temple in the game, but then now helping get the lead.
Absolutely. Mashburn getting double teamed by 2 guys.
Oh,
Greer now working on Sable. The mid-ranger comes up short, and Greer still looking for his first points of the game.
yeah, a bit of a forced shot there. Would have liked to see him take advantage of that matchup there, maybe bump down low.
Bolden pump fakes from 3, pushes in, works on Stanford, down low to Oboe. Oboe against Duradola, and that is not gonna fall. Stanford with the rebound. Working on his defender, spin move, a left-handed layup is good.
Hey, got the rebound, went coast to coast with it. Great move to get into the paint, then spin up for the layup with the lefty.
Really nice from Zion Stanford. And I mean, even though this team is playing as one unit, they still have guys that can go give you those buckets when you need it. And just like that, Zion Stanford shows that he is not done scoring offensively as he gets a steal.
And fouled.
Yeah, fouled from behind. A pretty smart foul there from Noah Batchelor, as that could have led to disaster for Buffalo.
Yeah, and Temple's on a 12-1 run here over near the last, 6 minutes.
Both teams in their bonus here ending in the first half. A little over a minute to go. 10 fouls from Buffalo, 8 from Temple. So very, very sticky, very intense game from both sides.
Yeah, it's not just that Temple's disrupting these passing lanes. They're just not allowing Buffalo to get into the action they want. They were trying to set up a high screen there, but they had Temple players between every single player on the Buffalo offense, and that was an easy pass for them to make on what ended up being an errant pass.
Absolutely, and it looks like Gray was trying to check in, but the ref kind of pushed him back, saying, no, not yet.
Yeah.
He was going to come in, it looked like, for Duradola. Stanford for the first shot is good, and now Duradola's going to check out. Gray's going to come back in.
Duradola's played some great minutes here. I mean, he's been effective down low, getting the rebounds. He's made his free throws. He's 3 for 4 from the line.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the starters, I would say, besides Greer, they've all been doing pretty well this game so far.
Yeah, and it's not like Greer has had, I mean, he's got a couple turnovers, but he hasn't been, a detriment to the team.
No, I mean, still 2 rebounds. That's pretty good. Another nice free throw there from Temple. Stanford hits both of them. And now Buffalo coming up to the court. A minute left here, a little over a minute, counting down 5 seconds to a minute. Buffalo
working on Mashburn, passing it over. Bolden to the top of the key. Sable now. And it looks like they're floating around three-point range so far in this possession.
Temple's pressing them up here. There's not a lot of time left here on the shot clock.
Sable, the three, gets blocked from behind. Quante Berry on that, and that's going to be a shot clock violation.
Great job by Temple there, forcing Buffalo to use the entire shot clock. They weren't comfortable. They weren't even within range to take a shot for most of that shot clock. They were not allowing them to do anything.
No, and Sable just absolutely he had to put it up because the time was expiring, and he was just completely covered in that one. Len Greer now working on his defender. Spin move, gets poked away. That's his third turnover of the game. Oh, but it gets right back. Quante Berry, again, perfect place at the perfect time to steal that pass and put up an easy two.
And that's what he's been doing all game, and now he's the benefactor of his own turnover.
Absolutely, as it looks like it's going to be a timeout for Buffalo here. But I mean, if you look up at the scoreboard now, what was just a 2-point lead about 3 minutes ago is now a 10-point lead. Buffalo not scoring at all in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, Temple's defense is really, I mean, they didn't have a bad start to the game, but they've continued to step it up.
Yeah.
Every player that comes in looks like they're face guarding, they're fighting over screens, they're disrupting the passing lanes, and they're creating these quick and easy transition points that either lead to an and one or at least free throws.
Yeah, absolutely. 21 seconds left in the first half. This half could be a big win for Temple if they could stop Buffalo from getting points and momentum going into the second half. Temple, 9-0 over the last 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Buffalo hasn't scored a point in 5 minutes.
Yeah, and Temple's on a 16-1 run. I mean, every metric is showing that Temple's defense is really stepping up here, and that great defense is causing easier offense for Temple.
Yeah, it's really tiring down Buffalo as a whole, as it looks like they're going to get it up into Temple territory before this inbound. And if you're Buffalo here, do you hold to the last shot?
Yeah, I think you have to use the entire shot clock. Don't give Temple any other more opportunities to score again here at the end of the first half. And it looks like they're doing exactly that.
Buffalo now, less than 10 seconds left on the clock. Sable, the best three-point shooter on the team, takes it over to the wing, and that shot comes up short. Bryson Wilson not able to hit that one, but that is your half. The score heading into halftime is 39-29. Tyler, what do you like from this Temple team?
To me, it starts with the defense. It's been the disrupting the passing lanes, like I said before. It's been the rebounding. Temple is leading in, especially offensive rebounding, 8-2. Buffalo has 0 second chance points compared to Temple's 8. So Temple is doing a great job on both ends of the floor, just playing aggressive. And the energy hasn't gone down at all. And now, I don't know, last time I saw Temple go into a half with a double-digit lead. Usually it's the other way. So now Temple feeling a little bit more comfortable here. And like we said before, keep your foot on the gas. Keep this going. Make a statement before you go into conference play.
Absolutely. And I really like how Temple, they're taking advantage of the size on this team compared to Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo brought in a 7-foot guy, and instead of staying away from him, they attacked him because they realized Duradola, with the strength advantage, could easily dominate him down low, which he did, to get that easy 2 points against him in that one possession. And they're not straying away from it. And then when they bring in a bigger guy like Obo, who has more muscle mass on him, they take Duradola out and they bring in another guy that is a lot less down low for it and stays around the paint more.
Yeah, so, and Obo, I mean, the freshman you talked about, they bring him for size. That guy was averaging nearly 12 minutes a game coming into this game. He's already at 10 minutes in the first half.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Clearly they were trying to say, like, hey, maybe we can get kind of counteract the size that Temple may have on us, but it really hasn't been working for them.
Absolutely. And going into the second half, what can Buffalo do to try to chip away at this lead now?
Buffalo needs to play faster. They need a little bit more ball movement to try and get around this defense that Temple has been playing with. It was very aggressive. Try to get yourself into some action. They look uncomfortable. They keep trying to go to Sable, try to get him to run everything for them, but it's just not working. Usually it's Tyson Dunn who's been doing that, but he's only played 3 minutes this game. I don't know if he got injured or what's going on there, but he's their team lead in assist.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on there with that. We haven't heard anything about whether or not he's injured, but that is a huge loss for Buffalo if it is, because, like I said, he's only played 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes for your guy that gives everyone else the chances to score the most on the team is crazy that he's not in the game sooner. And I think the best team play that they've had all game happened in the beginning of the game within the first like 5 minutes when Anquan Bolden was open in the corner. When they tried to feed Sable, when Temple's defense collapsed on Sable, Bolden was open and didn't even have to take the three-point shots. He also drove down low. So I think if they're going to try to play around Bolden, they're going to have, or I mean Sable, they're definitely going to have to get back to that play where if someone's open in the corner, dish it out and let them score instead of letting your leading scorer take over everything.
And Buffalo has had some open shooters in the corners because of the help defense that Temple will show, but Temple's just done a good job of when you show that help defense, you need to know what the passing lane is, and they've gotten into those passing lanes. So Buffalo needs to find some way to counteract that and get the ball to your open players in the corners, and that might be, you don't have to do the direct pass every single time. Give it to someone else on the wing, and then they can make the extra pass to the corner.
Absolutely, and that will do it here for the first half here on WHIP Radio. We'll be back once the second half gets underway. 10-point lead for Temple. Can they keep it? You'll have to tune in to find out. We'll be back at halftime. Welcome back to WHIP Radio. Jake Colstar alongside Tyler Blankenship, and Temple coming back from halftime as a 10-point lead over Buffalo. Tyler, what do you want Temple to do to keep this lead?
Honestly, more of the same. I can't believe I'm saying that about the Temple basketball team from what I've seen, because usually going to the second half, they're struggling to have to claw back. But Temple, like I said, they have this 10-point lead. Your defense has been getting you exactly what you need to do. You've got 6 steals, and you're winning in these fast break points, the second chance points, the offensive rebounding. Keep doing more of the same. These are things that Adam Fisher has been preaching that his team needs to do better all throughout the beginning of the season. And now, this last game of non-conference play, you're kind of seeing Temple do exactly what Coach Adam Fisher has been begging them to do. So keep doing more of the same, and the only thing you can maybe try to do better is maybe find more of the 3-ball.
Absolutely. And for Buffalo, I think honestly what they need to do, as Lynn Greer takes it up for Temple, I think Buffalo needs to attack the paint just a little bit more on offense, because they're staying around 3-point range a little bit too much, which is not working for them.
Right. And right away, we see them go to Duradola down low.
Absolutely. Greer passing it out to Settle. Settle back to Greer, couldn't get there. Nice play from Bolden to not let that happen. Mashburn gets a 3 over a Buffalo defender. Noah Batchelor, he just takes a shot over the tallest guy on the court for them.
That's an insane shot to take if you're Mashburn, but hey, it goes in.
Do you think Batchelor should have did the Luke Cornett method, as he takes a 3 here and hits the 3?
Well, apparently he thought I'll just get it back in blood. So
yeah, I guess so, yeah. Batchelor now, I believe he's their leading scorer, at least for 3-point, or the leading 3-point shooter on that team so far this game.
Yeah, that's at least his second one, right?
Yeah, he has 2 threes now. Yeah. 6 points for him, yeah. Leading scorer coming in this half for Buffalo is Bolden, as that mid-ranger from Lynn Greer drops. He finally gets some points on the board.
Good for Greer, good for Greer. He's been doing well on defense at times. He's just taking some 4 shots, mainly down low, so good to see him finally get involved on offense. Absolutely.
Buffalo now bringing it up. Sable from 3 isn't able to pull it. Tobiasen, the guy guarding Sable, which I like to see from Coach Fisher. Good decision to him, because one of your best defenders, and they're one of their best scorers.
Yeah, I like to see him defending the point of the attack. It's good practice for him once you get to conference play.
Absolutely. A missed 3-pointer from Buffalo. Settle with the rebound, passing it over to Greer. Greer, the pick from Duradola. The corner 3 from Tobiasen isn't there, but a nice rebound from Duradola, and there's a foul call.
It looks like over the back on Buffalo, and Tobiasen with the wide open 3, high arcing.
Yeah.
But you like to see that. He's getting open at the 3-pointer. Take it. Don't hesitate.
Yeah, it looks like the coach from Buffalo brought in most of the starters back. Don't see any of the bigger guys down low, as Mashburn, a nice fadeaway too off the inbound. But like I was saying, you don't see Obo in there. You don't see the 7-foot giant in there, Maynards. So it looks like they're really just going back to their starters to start the half.
And interesting to see Tyson Dunn back in after he only played 3 minutes in the first half. I'm not sure there was like some injury concerns with him or what was going on there, but
from 3, hits that one. Ben Michaels. Haven't seen much of him, but guess what? International, he's from England.
And that's his second 3 of the game.
Steve Settle working down low. Duradola over to Greer at the top of the key. Greer now over to Tobiasen. Tobiasen driving in on Sable. Settle. Spinning. Isn't able to get a shot up. And it looks like they're going to call a block from Buffalo. They said it was clean defense.
Settle might have traveled there down low when he was doing that elongated spin move.
Yeah, he definitely looked like he took a little bit of like a smaller step to set himself up. But Mashburn now getting double teamed right off the inbound. The shot, and they're going to call a shot clock violation on Temple there. So it looks like they're trying to possibly slow it down a little bit. Do you agree with that decision?
I mean, take what the defense gives you. Mashburn's got it going here early in the second half, so I don't mind going to him, especially if he's going to get doubled. Maybe you can slow it down and wait for him to find the open player.
Absolutely. A good defensive play there from Tobiasen, blocking the passing lane. It's going to go back to Buffalo, but Tobiasen out there for his defense, and he's definitely showing up so far.
Yeah, doing a great job again. I mean, him and the Temple defense in general just disrupting those passing lines.
Yeah, him and his replacement, Dezzoni, has been everywhere defensively so
Oh,
far
yeah.
when they've been in the game.
See, those two, Quante, Barry, they are not allowing Buffalo to get these easy passes off.
Absolutely. Sable, one-on-one, breaking down to Bison.
Ooh.
Puts up the right hand, but gets blocked.
Yeah, that was an in-advised shot for Sable there in front of Tobiasen, who had the easy block.
Yeah, Ryan Sable matching up against Tobias, and Sable, 6'3".
Ooh, settle.
Duradola now, down low, on Bolden. Gets a pass, but it's going to be deflected.
Yeah, he got doubled there down low. I don't mind the pass, but I would have liked to see him rather than spin towards the baseline, spin out and find the open shooter who's closer to
Absolutely.
you.
He definitely should have worked on Bolden a little bit more, see if he could get another open look, but he decided to bail a little early.
Yeah, they're going to keep putting a guard on Duradola down low. I'll go back to that.
Absolutely. Another deflection that goes Temple's way. They're going to have to move from the baseline, though, because it wasn't tipped out behind the net. This time, Steve Settle's the one to inbound it.
There you go. Right away to Lindgren.
Yep. Smart. Just quick. Get it in. Don't think too much. Tobiasen. Another down to 3 seconds. The shot clock. Tobiasen has to put up the shot. Comes down short, and a rebound for Buffalo. So far, 2 back-to-back shot clock buzzers going off. But Bolden.
Wow.
Pump fake. Wasn't able to get it. A scramble for the ball, and that should be a loose ball foul right there.
100%. Hopefully Greer's all right there. That was a bit of a tumble.
Yeah, Len Greer looked like he was going to break away, and he just gets tripped up from the back.
Their legs got caught up while the Buffalo defender was trying to get back up to him.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous, but it looks like he's coming off okay. And now Shane Dezzoni comes checking in for Tobiasen, which it's interesting how short of a lease Tobiasen's having today, even though he's been performing pretty well.
Yeah, he has been doing really well, especially on defense, like you said. And I mean, he's had some open shots from 3, but maybe that's why they bring Dezzoni in, because they trust him more to make some of these shots.
Absolutely. A big high-arcing pass from Mashburn to Greer. Greer now working on his defender. Down low to Duradola, but it got stolen.
Great
from
idea
Buffalo.
with the pass, but maybe the next time try to pass it up higher.
Yeah.
When you have a taller player like that down low, you don't always want to pass it down low. You want to get it up high to him where only he can get it.
Yeah, it seems like Buffalo having a bit of a tough time deciding who to guard Duradola, because they have the tallest man on the court for them right now is Noah Batchelor. He's 6'8". He's their main forward that starts for them. He's on Steve Settle. So it seems like they have a guy that's below 6'5" on Duradola every time. So I'm curious to why they're not really making him pound down low.
Well, I think what they're doing is they're putting these different guys. They're switching 1 through 5 almost, but they're getting these smaller guys in Duradola down low. And what they're saying is the moment that ball gets to him, you're doubling him right away, forcing him to try and make the pass, which he hasn't always been doing the best decision making so far during the second half. So a good job by Buffalo trying to disrupt things and show Temple different looks on defense.
Absolutely, and I mean, if you're Buffalo, you got to do something to get a bit of a spark, and if you can stop Temple from scoring, which is what they were doing going into this half, then I'm sure that's a pretty decent looking game plan heading into the half. The thing that I am a bit confused now by Temple, you said going into the half that you want them to keep stepping on the gas. It looks like they've slowed the game down a little bit offensively.
Yeah, and then maybe because of what Buffalo is showing them on defense, and we'll see how Coach Adam Fisher and the Temple offense adjust. But you still have the 11-point lead. I want to see Temple get back to a little bit of what they were doing in the first half, where they were able to get to the line a lot because they were playing aggressive down low. That doesn't mean you just have to pass it down low to your big man in Duradola.
Yeah.
You can also get these drives going more with the actions you can set up top. So maybe they go back to that. And it's not just this game that's worked for Temple. That's worked for Temple a lot here early in the season, where they're able to get these drives going and get to the line.
Absolutely, but we are in our first time out of the second half. We'll be back once the players get back onto the court, and we'll see if any changes are made. We'll be right back. Welcome back to WHIP Radio on YouTube. Jake Colstow alongside Tyler Blankenship. And coming off this media timeout, Obo checks into the game, which it looks like they're trying to counteract the big man down low, as that was a nice pump fake from Buffalo there to then draw the foul. It was number 11, Bryson Wilson, the sophomore from Washington, D.C.
Yeah, Dezzoni falling for that, jumping a little too early, getting the foul call.
Yeah, but he's been playing a clean game all day, so can't really blame him for that one. You just got to hope that Buffalo doesn't really add on to this, as they haven't scored a point once again in 2 minutes.
Yeah, both teams really kind of in a scoring drought here.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you like defense, this is a really fun game to watch. And the offensive scoring, when it happens, is actually pretty nice to see.
Yeah, there's some sweet action and moves going on with both
Yeah.
teams. We've seen maybe the most Euro steps I ever saw in one half.
Oh yeah, within that probably broke the record for most Euro steps in the span of 5 minutes. Yeah. So
Hey, Buffalo's got a lot of international players, so I mean,
yeah, absolutely. They're really fighting, really going into their own. Dezzoni now with the ball, passing into Mashburn at the top of the key. Looked like he pump faked a little bit there. Back to him for three is good. Mashburn hitting a three-pointer here, and his second three of the game.
Yeah, he's three. No, that's his third. He is
third
now
point,
shooting 50% from three, 3 for 6 on the, and they've all come here in the second half.
Yeah, like we were saying into the first half, we wanted to see Mashburn kind of pick it up a little bit, and now he has double digits.
Yeah,
So
your bench has held it down for you in the first half, and now that your leading guy and Mashburn can get it going here in the second half, I mean, you can really start to take off here. And you've got a 13-point lead. Just keep building on it.
yeah, I mean, 50% from three now for Mashburn. I mean, that's what you like to see from him, especially because when he's hitting shots, he's going to just keep draining them.
Yeah, if he can get into a rhythm from deep and then open up what could be some drives for him later on, he just becomes crazy dangerous. And Buffalo now has to pay extra attention to him.
Yeah, and Buffalo's also got to start hitting more free throws, because down to 55% on, from free throw range, and they just missed another one. They did hit that one, so that's the
on
lead
you.
cuts down to 12, jinxes it. But hey, I mean, if you're only hitting 50% of free throws, there's definitely something that you got to fix there.
100%.
Quante Berry runs around the
Wow.
defense and puts up the two.
Strong layup there by him. Good
Yeah,
job.
he just ran around his defender. There was
Yeah.
nothing else to it.
And then rose up, he put his chest on the other guy.
And then poked the ball out in that nice defensive play there.
Quante Berry is everywhere. Man, great job by him. I mean, he was getting these starting minutes early in the season, and he has shown he can keep that energy coming off the bench for Temple.
Absolutely. It's nice that Temple, going into the season, looked like they had a pretty sound starting five. And then when they started like changing things in and out, like that could cause for mistake, but it looks like it really helped them, if anything.
Oh, yeah. That's one of those silver linings sometimes when you don't have your full starting lineup at the beginning of the season. You can figure out who fits into what roles, so that when you do get your full starting lineup, that depth that you have really starts to shine through.
And it seems like nobody cares about starting on this team. As long as you're getting the minutes and you're able to play on the court, it looks like everybody's really fighting for each other at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Mashburn now at the free throw line, passes it back to Berry. Berry has yet to miss a shot. Hopefully don't jinx that one as well. Stanford now passing it over to Gray for three. Oh, it looked like it was online, but it
was
came
online,
up short.
yeah.
Not really having Gray chuck up many threes so far this season.
No. But
As he gets the rebound, it's a 2-on-1 now. 2-on-2 as Bolden gets back pretty quick.
You would like to see Mashburn make that pass.
Oh, big block from Buffalo there. That was Bryson Wilson on that block, and now with their fast break, misses it.
That might have been a block by Settle there.
Possibly, as Gray now loses control of the ball. And a bit of sloppy play from both teams, a couple of missed fast break opportunities, and Buffalo's going to end up with the ball out of all that.
Yeah, still a great job by Temple on defense, though. They're swiping down on the ball. They're getting these blocks. They're not making anything easy for Buffalo, who they're one of their last 7, no field goals in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy. And they've done a great job holding down the entire Buffalo team. I mean, they don't have a player over double digits yet. Bolden, their leading scorer, at 8 points, but Sable still only down to 3 points. Really hasn't letting him put shots up at all, as that three was hit from Buffalo, number 5, Tyson Dunn. Like you were saying, finally getting him some more playing time, which he only got 3 minutes in the first half.
Yeah, now he's already at 9 minutes in the game, and he just hit his first shot of the game. I can't believe that's his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, if he has some of the most minutes on the team,
Oh.
as Picarelli, he checked into the game and immediately gets a 3.
And that's got to feel good for him. Finally
Yeah.
able to get an open shot like that from 3, and that's what he's here for.
Absolutely. Dunn now getting double teamed down to Obo, and he puts the layup in. Gray there helped out the defender that Dunn was on. So
And that's what Dunn will
wide
do.
open.
He's their leading passer. He leads his team in assists. If he's
Yeah.
got an open, easy one like that, he's going to take it.
And what's crazy about Dunn,
Oh, that should be goaltending.
yeah, goaltending there on Buffalo. What's crazy about Dunn, he's the only senior on this Buffalo team. The
Wow.
only senior.
Yeah, very young team.
Yeah, very, very young team. So many freshmen getting minutes. And, I mean, they look like they're playing together pretty well. So it looks like the freshmen really came into their own.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the second season of their head coach, a guy who was a graduate assistant with Adam Fisher at Villanova.
Yeah. Bolden, Euro step, gets blocked this time by Gray. Oh, but Settle loses the ball and reaches in on Obo.
Great job by Gray again, who has shown a lot of energy on defense. This is what he'll do, and then on offense, he can make those hard cuts too with his athleticism.
Absolutely. It looks like Temple, their offensive game has been pretty good so far. Their defense has been excellent. It just looks like that gray area in between the transition offense, the fast break offense, really hasn't been there most of the game.
Yeah, I mean, they've had a few opportunities where they've been able to capitalize, but you'd like to see them do a little bit better sometimes with their decision-making, where it looks like you can see the gears churning in their head once they get past half court, and they'll make the pass like that they were supposed to make just like a second too late.
Absolutely. Sable now with the ball. Only held to 3 points so far in this one, averaging well over 16 points a game.
Yeah, Temple's done a good job of locking him up.
Bolden now.
Oh,
A nice steal from Settle. Here we go, one-on-one. Gets it up with the right hand. Looks like Settle made up for that turnover from last
he did.
possession.
Yes, he did. That's got to feel good for him. Great job reading that pass, taking it all the way. And that's what Settle does. I think he might be the best transition player on Temple's
Absolutely.
offense, because once he gets that ball going downhill, he knows exactly what he needs to do.
Absolutely. And, I mean, Temple going into this break up by 16 points. We'll be back once they get back onto the court. Welcome back to WHIP Radio. Temple men's basketball against Buffalo. Jake Holzhauer alongside Tyler Blankenship. And during the break, Tyler, I said Temple, after that Steve Settle fast break bucket, Temple, every time a player has made a mistake for this team, they've immediately came back and fixed their mistake or redid their mistake. So it looks like this team, like you said, very good at not keeping themselves down and getting down themselves.
Yeah, and that comes from top down. That's Coach Adam Fisher telling his team, like, stay in the game.
Absolutely. Sticking with the same players even if they aren't doing the best. Like Picarelli's now out here again. He was pretty hot in the first half. Working on Gray, and he gets the hard bucket. Well fought for Ben Michaels there as he gets the N1.
I feel like Elijah Gray takes every possession personally. Every time I see him out in the field, if he messes up, he doesn't stay down, but you can tell he gets very upset with himself, and he comes back still playing just as aggressive. He competes every possession.
Absolutely, and I mean, he's also fighting for those minutes, so he knows that if he makes a mistake like that, he might not be able to get back into the game. So I think he's probably mad at himself so he can try to stay on the court. Settle now, inbounding it to Quante Berry. The 5-4 Temple coming into this. After this timeout is Settle, Picarelli, Gray, Stanford, and Berry. I mean, there really hasn't been one guy on Temple that you can point at and say he shouldn't be in the game right now.
No, not at all. Everyone's been playing their part. No one has been a detriment to the team in any way.
Berry over to Settle. Settle getting a pick from Gray. A big man pick and roll against a team that doesn't have many big men. Zion Stanford from three, hits it.
Yeah, that was smooth. I mean, the way the ball came out of his hand, you could tell that was going in right away, and he knew it as well.
Absolutely, and it looks like Temple in the second half really slowed down the game, but I mean, it's still working.
Yeah, they're hitting the threes now, too. That's something we talked about maybe they could try to do here in the second half.
Absolutely, a looping pass over to Bolden, who was open. Picarelli picked him back up.
Good job staying in front of him.
Sable over to Dunn. Dunn, the main guy to get the offense going. Speaking of that pass, Bolden, wide open shot. Dunn, good pass, could not get it. Sable now does not hit that one. If they've done a really good job keeping him in check today.
They definitely have, and they keep crashing the glass. Good job by Elijah Gray there. The rebound numbers in this game, by the way, I just want to point this out. Temple has almost double the rebounds that Buffalo has, with total 31 rebounds for Temple compared to Buffalo's 17. And on the offensive glass, that's where you can win your games right there. 10 offensive rebounds for Temple compared to Buffalo's 3.
Wow, that's crazy. We're in another media timeout, but we're going to stay here. It's 2 back-to-back timeouts within a minute, it seems like. So, I mean...
And we know Buffalo likes to use the whole clock.
Yeah, we were talking about that during the break. Buffalo really, the entire game, has milked the clock to the very last second. The refs, every single time, has had to push the team away from themselves to get them back onto the court. But like you said, Tyler, the rebounds, I mean, going into this game, you knew that Temple had size on Buffalo. So that, I feel like that category, you knew Temple was going to win.
Right.
But, I mean... turnovers have been very similar for both teams, 11 turnovers for each team, but I think what really has done it for Temple so far in this game has been the defense, mainly the defense to stop the passing. I mean, especially in the first half, we've seen Shane Dezzoni, Quante Berry, both 2 guys that have stopped potential wide open shots from getting into the passing lanes. It seems like their presence on defense has been very, very good so far in this game. Yeah,
if you're going to help, you have to know where everyone else on your team is helping so that you can adjust yourself and not leave those wide open shots like you said. And I mean, it's just been a great job by Temple. The awareness that they're playing with on defense, everyone seems to know where everyone else is. That team chemistry is really starting to shine through. Absolutely, and 43 total shots from Temple, 39 for Buffalo, so the shot total isn't too much different, but the percentage, a whole whopping 11% better from Temple, almost shooting 50% from the field. And I mean, I feel like that's one of the best shooting performances we've seen from Temple, at least to make the shots so far this season. 100%. And it's been them attacking the spaces in Buffalo's defense that are available to them, not doing anything, you're not forcing a lot of shots. And you're just, you're finding your matchup and you're taking advantage of it. This is exactly what we've wanted to see from Temple all season, and here they are doing it in a game that really can propel them with some momentum into conference play. Absolutely. Buffalo, the problem for them isn't putting up shots, it's just getting open shots. It seemed like Temple has not given up an open shot what seemed like all half so far, basically. Yeah, they are in the face of every Buffalo offensive player.
And it's not like they're playing like a full court press or anything like it. They've just, it seems like Temple knows the game plan of Buffalo, and they've just been stopping every single play or every single possession that Buffalo has had that seems like it would have been promising.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of switching Temple is, and they're fighting over the picks. They're not allowing anyone to get a comfortable drive going. So it's just, you're not leaving a lot of options for Buffalo, which is why we've seen them have to force these shots.
Absolutely not. I mean, they have really held their leading scorer, Sable, really well. Only 3 points for him, but then their leading assister, Dunn, he only has 2 assists all game, and that's both coming from the second half because he barely played in the first half.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's just a great job by Temple getting Buffalo out of what their usual offense would be, and now you have to change things up. And if your main guy, your main playmaker, can't get anything going, I mean, that's a huge adjustment that Buffalo's had to make, and I don't think they've done a good job of adjusting.
Absolutely, and big changes they will make as Fredericks Maynards, the freshman from Latvia, the 7-foot-tall center, checks back into the game, and it looks like he's in the game because Duradola's out, but I wonder if Duradola comes in, I wonder if he gets subbed immediately out.
Possibly, but you still have to deal with Elijah Gray, who almost got the offensive rebound there.
I mean, there you go. Already a rebound from the big man, as that was a missed 3 from Quante Berry.
Ooh.
Good play there, and one off of Mashburn, who was guarding him. That was Bryson Wilson, the sophomore from D.C., and that's going to be his 6th point of the game. But again, even then, every time I feel like they've been in the paint, it's been either a foul or a block, basically.
Yeah. They're not making it easy for Buffalo, that's for sure.
Absolutely not.
I think I've seen one wide open bucket, and that was off of like a backdoor cut.
And I like this decision from Buffalo. They just sat Sable, which seems like for the first time all game. 26 minutes he's been playing. And I like this because he hasn't been going, so you might as well give other people opportunities and try to fill in the void from where he's left.
Yeah, especially when you're down by this much, somebody has to step up.
Absolutely. You might as well give some guys that wouldn't normally be playing in these situations.
Oh, Piccarelli.
As that's going to end up going out of bounds and going Buffalo's way. Piccarelli not helping himself out there. I mean, he is shooting 2 for 2, so that's nice. Only played 8 minutes so far in this game, but that's definitely not something that Fisher would like to see.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing going on there. He just bounced it off of his own foot.
Yeah, that's rough. It happens, but unfortunately when you're under such of a fine magnifying glass like Piccarelli, where as soon as you miss a shot, you're pretty much taken out of the game, that's tough to see. Shot from Buffalo is good. Noah Batchelor, his 4th 3 of the game.
Man, this guy's been a sniper today.
It's crazy that the main forward on this team is the one that's putting up the most threes.
Yeah, I mean, that's just crazy. At some point, I mean, he's got the size, so when you have the size like that, you can rise over top most people on the floor. And,
absolutely.
I mean, shout out to Buffalo. They're not giving up here. They're finding their shots here now a little bit. They're getting to the line more often here in the second half, and you can tell, you've seen their players celebrate these threes. They're staying in it. They're not getting down on themselves.
Absolutely, and now that cuts the lead to only 10, which, I mean, it's still a little bit of a deficit, but it's definitely not something that's unobtainable.
Yeah, I mean,
for Buffalo.
And for Noah Batchelor, he's shooting 28% from 3 on the season, so this is a bit unexpected from him today, where he's shooting now, what, 3 for 4?
Yeah,
he's
75% shooting from 3 right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. A quick timeout there from both sides. I think the refs were getting a little bit angry at Buffalo because they instantly went there and told them to break up, so they weren't really milking it like they were before. But now Temple looking to see if they can maybe keep scoring, but it seems like right now they're in a bit of a drought. All the way up to Gray.
Interesting decision by Gray there. He had a wide open jumper and still decided to drive it in, but
yeah,
draws the foul.
Yeah, I think a little bit lucky there that the foul was drawn. If that wasn't, then it would have been not that good of a shot to take. But now you can potentially turn this possession into points. I think he definitely, like you said, should have kicked it out. I think slowing it down there wouldn't have been a bad decision.
No, you could have waited for the rest of your team to get up there. If you're not confident in your jump shot, don't force something down low.
Absolutely, but lucky enough he did get the foul. First one does not go in, and especially this late into the game, you got to start hitting those free throws. I mean, you hit them all game. They're shooting 75% from free throw, but if you don't hit them in the minutes now, then it could come back to bite you.
Yeah, they helped keep Temple in the game early when they were down by a few points, and they can help you keep your lead now as well.
Fortunately, Gray misses both of them. And now Buffalo can potentially cut this lead down to single digits. Dunn gets it done himself as he gets the 2 to fall.
There was a slight good move there. He did a little hezzy on Quante Berry, who lost it, but then Dunn was able to get down low for that bucket.
I mean, when you're a guy that passes the ball as much as he does, when you are looking to pass, it will fake out the defense most of the time. Because you're not expecting him to do it himself, where he got it done there. Mashburn.
Oh.
Dunn, good defense. Mashburn gets the ball himself, looking like Marcus Mariota in the playoffs that one year.
Oh.
Puts up the shot, not good. And now Buffalo.
Oh, great job by Gray there. Dunn got the rebound, but Gray swiped down and knocked the ball off of Dunn's legs there.
Yeah,
so.
good play from both Dunn, or not Dunn, from Gray and Settle to trap him to not able to get that pass out.
Give yourself another opportunity to get a shot here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Buffalo's on an 8-0 run right now as Temple has failed to score here in the past 2 minutes. So Temple needs to, you know, we talked about them keeping their foot on the gas. They've slowed things down a bit here. They need to get back to going to what was working for them.
Absolutely. Settle now. Passing it off to Barry. Barry to Settle. Gazzoni at the top of the wing. Drives in. Does not get the shot to fall. A nice pass from Mashburn, like under the hand. Kind of bowled it. Settle now. And another shot clock buzzer for Temple. That's at least their third one of the half, and they've really slowed it down here.
Yeah, they're not able to get anything comfortable going. Buffalo's done a great job of making Temple uncomfortable in the second half.
The three-point shot from Buffalo. Ooh. And the fans are letting them know as that was an air ball there. But like I said, when they brought in Maynards, Dorodola is now back into the game. So a bit of that chess match down low for both sides.
Oh. There's honestly been a few times where Dola's been open down low, but I think this freshman from Latvia is actually, you know, causing them to rethink about how they want to pass the ball down there.
I think so. A foul on Quante Berry is going to get 2 free throws here. But it's going to be very interesting to see because if you want to slow the game down, maybe you do give it to Dorodola as Berry misses yet another free throw. And unfortunately for him, he's 0 for 3 from free throw.
And these are the troubles that plagued Temple earlier in the season. They looked like they had it figured out in the first half, but now you're just missing all of them.
And exactly what I said going into the half, Maynards getting taken out here. So it looks like they are a little bit scared against Dorodola with him. And they brought in another guard to replace him. So it looks like their starters mainly are out there now.
Yeah, we got Anquan Bolden back in.
Yep. Which, I mean, he hasn't really done anything in the second half, so let's see if he can get going again.
Oh, great job by Barry again.
Fast break for Barry, slams it down.
There you go. That's how you get your team back in the game. You get a quick, easy steal there, transition bucket, slam it down. You got the 10-point lead back. Great job by Barry.
Yeah, and like what I said, he made a mistake. He missed both free throws. He made up for his mistake and hit that one.
That's exactly right. Ooh, Gazzoni.
Wow. Gazzoni not letting anybody touch that ball. He said it was his.
All right, so this is exactly what you see from Temple. Don't get down on yourselves. Buffalo's starting to come back there. They went on their little run. But now, Temple, you need to keep the energy up. You're crashing the glass still. You're getting these steals. Go back to what was working for you.
Absolutely. Temple now. Babatunde Dorodola. Looks like he's subbing out now. So that chess match between Dorodola and Maynards right now. Maynards comes out. Dorodola comes in. And then vice versa. I mean, it's crazy to see that they want both of them out on the court at the same time. Buffalo now. Sable. Let's see if he can get something going.
Ooh.
The 3 from Bachelor. I thought he was going to hit that one. It looked like it would have been online.
He's confident in his shot. He had a guy right in his face, and he took it anyways.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I want him shooting the ball right now out of everybody on the team.
Yeah, that was maybe a bit of a heat check there.
Yeah, Bolden. 8 points in the second half, has not scored one in the second half yet. All 8 coming from the first half.
They haven't been getting him the ball as much either.
No, I mean, again, their game plan, like him sitting in the corner, hasn't really been happening so far in the second half as Barry puts up a 3 and hits it.
Quante Berry starting to feel it.
Yeah, over double-digit points now, 11 for him. Dunn trying to go coast to coast. And that one wasn't called. It looked like Barry got away with a little bit of a foul there.
Yeah, I don't know if he got ball first or what it was, but.
Gazzoni now loses that ball, but it's going to be a shooting foul Bachelor not happy about that one.
Okay, see, now this is what I love from Temple. You're playing more aggressive again. This is what was working for you in the first half. I said you can go to your three-pointer a bit, which they did at the beginning, and they've hit a few now. But don't forget what got you this lead. Driving in, getting to the line, and getting these tough buckets down low.
Absolutely, and what really has been working for them, at least in that first half, was getting the ball, getting their shots that they want up right away.
Yeah.
They started milking the clock here in the second half, and that's when Buffalo started going on a bit of a run because Temple did not seem like they were really built, at least this game, to milk the clock and try to get the shot there. But the last two possessions, they've been putting up the shots quick, and it's been working.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great job by them, like you said, getting to their spot, getting their shot up.
I mean, right there, Quante Berry got to a spot, put the shot up after making a fast break dunk. I mean, Temple, it looks like they hopefully will start going back into that a little bit of that type of plays where they'll just get to where they want to go, put up the shot. If they don't make it, the offensive rebounds have been there. 11 to Buffalo's 4.
Yeah, and you mentioned the fast break points. Temple has 15 compared to Buffalo's 6, so you're taking advantage of these steals that you're getting and the offensive rebounds with the second chance points. Like we said, Buffalo has 0 second chance points. So Temple is leading in the categories you want to lead with these hustle stats, basically.
Absolutely, and I wonder what the coach for Buffalo is going to do now because Dorodola was taken out. Maynards, he could be put back in. I see him in the huddle right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back in or not, but that's the chess match being played throughout the whole game right now. Will Maynards come in? Will Dorodola come in? Because then if Maynards comes in, Dorodola, Fisher wants him in. But I don't know if Buffalo's coach wants Maynards in at the same time as Dorodola.
Maybe not, but this is the chess game that goes on within the game.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if Temple's going to keep driving like this now again, you got to think about who can defend that the best, and you might have some fouls start getting called on him. I mean, Bachelor, the guy who's hitting threes for them, has 4 fouls on him. So
yeah, that's true. One more foul, and he's taken out of the game. 5 fouls for college basketball. And I got to give Buffalo some props. Only 6 fouls in the second half so far. They ended up with over 10 in the first half.
Yeah.
So they've really took a step back from getting fouls called on them. But I wonder if that might end up hurting them because they were playing really good defense in the first half. In the second half, I'm not sure if it's going the same way.
We'll have to wait and see. I just want to see Temple keep driving in and force Buffalo to try to keep that help defense down low.
Absolutely, stepping on the gas like you keep constantly saying because that's what seems to be working for them. As long as they keep putting up the shots they want to hit, they want to take, then I think that it's been working for them all game.
Yeah, Buffalo tried to make the adjustment. It was working for them for a moment, but Temple just, you keep poking away at them. You go to that same well that was working for you. Now Buffalo has to figure out, like, all right, we try to make our adjustment. It's not working. We're still down by 13.
Absolutely. I mean, 13 points, 7 minutes to go. It's not going to be impossible to come back, but as long as Temple keeps scoring, I think they could potentially put this one out of reach. And then once again here in the timeout, Temple's team, their starters or their players are out on the court. The entire team for Buffalo is still out on the court. They've done this all game, by the way.
I mean, what are we talking about this long? It's like Darvin Ham timeout.
Hey, don't sleep on Darvin Ham. He's undefeated in the NBA Season Cup.
Hey, salute.
Both teams now coming back onto the court. No Maynards. So it looks like that chess match so far has stopped, but you never know when one of them could come back into the game. It looks like for the last 7 minutes, at least after this timeout, Temple going with Dezzoni, Berry, Mashburn, Stanford, and Settle. Tyler, do you agree with this 5 coming out?
Yeah, I like this a lot. Quante Berry is obviously showing you a lot. Zion Stanford has been playing really well as well, especially those two on defense.
Absolutely.
Been amazing. And then Mashburn, I mean, he's had a great start to the second half. Let's see if we can get him going to help build upon this lead.
Dezzoni hits the first free throw, and that's what we said going into the second half. Just keep hitting your free throws. If they're going to keep giving you opportunities to score, keep taking advantage of that.
Yeah, those free throws stack up.
Absolutely. I mean, Buffalo ended up going over the free throw percentage, 64 for them to Temple's now 62. It's going to go up a little bit more after that free throw, but pretty similar stats from the line for each team. Dunn now bringing it up. Giving it to Bolden, who hasn't had much action in the second half. Whoa, nice pass from Dunn, a spinning pass.
Oh.
But unfortunately, a bad shot from Buffalo. Bolden is going to get fouled down low. But, I mean, I don't even know how Dunn saw that guy.
I don't either, but I mean, that was a great job by Bolden there to get the rebound and put the ball up immediately to draw the foul.
Absolutely. Bolden looking for his very first points of the second half. Scored all 8 points in the first half, and it looked like he was going to have a great game and then kind of fizzled out when the second half started.
Yeah, after he did that Euro step, I thought we were about to see something special.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Me too. Misses the first free throw, and that's not going to help them. Buffalo has to play pretty much clean, have a clean game for the rest of the day here if they want to come back. It looks like they checked out Sable once more, which it seems like that's their plan now, is taking him out of the game to give other people shots.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to 30 minutes. Maybe you rest him here for a couple and then let him play out the rest of the game.
Yep, and over the back foul for Buffalo after both free throws were missed against Bolden. Bolden not helping his case out there.
Did they call that on number 8, Michaels?
I believe so. I mean, he was the one that was there.
He might be out of the game now.
And I think that everybody's trying to decide what is going to happen here.
Yeah, that should be his 5th foul.
Yeah. Yeah, his 5th foul of the game. He's going to be taken out of the game here.
The refs are trying to get the attention of Buffalo.
Yeah, I wonder what the refs are trying to say to Buffalo here. It looks like Maynards is going to check back into the game now with Michaels now fouled out of the game. So he finishes the night with 9 points. So he's actually their leading scorer of the day. So interesting that now he's gone. He looks very frustrated as well. It looks like he doesn't deserve to be taken out, but he realizes that his day is now done. It's what happens when you play that tight of defense.
Yeah.
Steve Settle now can get Temple to 70. 69 points now for Temple. One more, and they would hit the 70 mark. Up by 16 now. Still not impossible for Buffalo, but then again, they have to play perfect if they want to come back.
Yeah, you talk about them playing perfect. They've turned the ball over way too much here.
Absolutely. 14 turnovers on the game.
Yeah, 3 in the last 3 minutes, and they haven't scored at either while Temple's gone this 8-0 run.
Yeah.
Had to wait for that free throw, but
69 points now for Temple as Settle misses his second free throw. Maynard's now back in the game, and Sable comes back in too, which I'm not sure if they even want Sable into the game.
ooh,
They've taken him out a lot.
kickball by Temple here.
Yep. Dunn trying to get it down low. But, I mean, Buffalo's coach has taken Sable out so many times in this game. I don't even know if he wants him in the game in this scenario, but you kind of have to put him in if Michaels is out.
Yeah, he's usually their best player, but he's had an off day. Only 3 points for him.
I think Temple's just done a really good job of stopping him. That was a nice inside move there to get 2 points, but only 5 points. If he ends the day like that, that's going to be a disappointment for him.
It might be his worst game of the season.
I would have to agree on that one.
Oh.
Good defense there by Dunn. Stops the pass from DeZoni.
You see DeZoni, he tried to pass it up high there. The moment it got deflected, you see him mimicking. He's like, I should have bounced it. Should have done a chest pass. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he recognizes a mistake.
Yeah, that's a good job. If you're a player like that, if you can be self-critical and realize what your mistake was, that's how you grow and learn.
Absolutely. Bringing it in now to Barry. Barry now at the top of the key. It's interesting. Anquan Bolden played the most minutes for this Buffalo team, 30 minutes, and he has yet to score a point in the second half.
Yeah, they just haven't really been going too much. Wow. But yeah, wow indeed. Stanford able to get a nice bucket there going down low with almost like a reverse.
Yeah, it was a reverse layup. He drove into the left side, put it up with his right hand, and got the end one, which, I mean, that right there against Maynards, which getting any bucket over a 7-foot-tall guy is hard, and that one was especially.
Well, he got him displaced with the crossover, and once you do that and you're able to get the edge on him, he was able to get past him just enough to get that layup, and now Maynards is getting subbed out.
Yeah, absolutely. Looks like he made one too many mistakes there. But, I mean, like we were talking about, Bolden, 30 minutes, 8 points all coming in the first half. I'm surprised he's been in there for that long.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he's just been standing around a lot on offense, waiting for the ball. They just haven't been getting it to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they like you. I mean, it seems like from this game so far, I haven't been watching Buffalo all season, but it looks like he kind of just sits there and waits for an open shot, as a nice left-handed layup there for Dunn. And now a full court press coming out here for Buffalo. I mean, they're going to have to start forcing some turnovers if they want to start getting back into the groove here. DeZoni now, the pick and roll from Mashburn. Mashburn with the ball, passing it out to Settle. Settle to Barry. Barry, the Euro step pass to Stanford.
Oh.
And they're going to say he was fouled. Not sure what Michaels is celebrating down here. I guess he thought it was an offensive foul from the other side of the court.
Yeah, he was trying to maybe call it a jump ball or something. I don't know what he was saying there, but.
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean.
But
crazy.
a great job by Temple driving in, going for these buckets down low, and you draw a foul.
Especially now where you know that Buffalo's not afraid to draw fouls, but they're into the bonus now. So the fouls will give them free throws every time, which is just adding to Temple's lead.
Yeah, and Stanford hits this first one at the line. He's hitting all of his free throws today.
He is 6 for 6 so far on free throws. 13 points from Stanford now, tying Mashburn for the team lead.
Oh, of course.
At least we both have a jinx now in this game. Dunn now bringing it up. Dezzoni playing some pretty tight defense. Stanford now on defense himself. Lets Buffalo get a nice play there.
Yeah,
Braden Jackson.
Left too much space between him and the baseline. The defender was able to get through him and get that layup up.
Absolutely. Barry and Dezzoni playing back and forth ball right now. Once again, passing it back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Temple, it might not be a bad idea to play some clock here when you have this lead here.
Especially now. I wouldn't be mad if they go milk the clock for the rest of the game now. Stanford getting to his spot.
Feeling it.
Wow. Sable puts up a shot. Doesn't hit. Barry passes it quick to Dezzoni. A 3-on-2 now.
No look.
Nice pass from Dezzoni to get it to Settle for yet another fast break point.
Looking left, he passes it to the right to Settle, who gets the easy layup there. Great job.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Temple's having some fun on the court now, as that's going to be a reach-in foul against Barry.
Hey, you know, Barry's going to stay aggressive. He's done a good job of disrupting a lot of these passes today.
Very nice play. They showed it back on the scoreboard. Dezzoni looking left, passing right. Settle wide open for 2.
Yeah, Quante Barry with 4 steals on the day.
Wow.
He's 5 for 6 from the field. I mean, the only thing you can really criticize him on today is his free throws. He's 0 for 4.
Yeah. Shot there. Free throw made. Buffalo down by 15 now with 4 minutes to go. Still not impossible, but if they're going to keep fouling as much as they've had all game, then Temple's going to keep adding to that point total. Batchelor, watch out for him still in the game. 4 fouls for him. So I've never seen 2 people foul out in a game before, but that's still a possibility.
Oh, it's definitely a possibility. I wouldn't even be surprised if it happened. If he gets caught down low, I would go right at him.
Full court press now coming for Buffalo.
And it worked for them.
Yeah, they get the ball there. Anquan Bolden forces the turnover there. But, man, I mean, I know you got to get a quick bucket, but you just can't force that shot in this situation. You got to make sure you make the goals now. As Quante Barry, nice play there. He kind of had number 22, Kaven Bradford, guessing because there's Stanford wide open in the corner. He went to go help him in a one-on-one.
Yeah, he was one-on-one with Batchelor there, who said if he's down there, go at him because he's close to getting fouled out. And Batchelor almost looked like he backed off there. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Batchelor doesn't want to foul out, but, I mean, at this point, you got to stop Temple scoring. So any way you can. Missed shot there from Braden Jackson. Oh, Mashburn, good job.
Mashburn now driving in, gets his shot up. I didn't like that decision, but it worked.
When you're that skilled, sometimes the decision doesn't matter. You just make it happen. And
I guess so.
2 plays in a row where we see Temple just drive to the basket with ease, and it's just everything is going in for them right now.
Absolutely. Our final media timeout of the game. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back for the last 3 minutes and 40 seconds here in the second half. Don't go anywhere. This game is a pretty fun one.
Yeah.
Welcome back to WHIP Radio on YouTube. Jay Colstar alongside Tyler Blankenship. And the Temple Owls lead right now by 18 points. Tyler, do you think Buffalo still has a chance in this one?
I mean, there's always a chance, but with this limited time left and this, it's pretty insurmountable at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we've been saying they've had to play perfect, but they've just not been perfect.
Not at all.
Which it's hard to play perfect in this situation. Sable, step back three, does not hit, and he is definitely having an off game today.
Yeah. I mean, he's a guy who's averaging about 16, 17 points a game
Yeah.
coming into this, and he's been held to 5, 2 for 11 from the field, 0 for 7 from 3.
I mean, and that's what you said scouting him earlier in the game before it even started. Don't let him get open shots. And he's had some open shots, but he's just not been hitting them.
Yeah, and even the open shots he's had, it seems like he's been rushing them because he's just been made uncomfortable most of the game.
Absolutely. A foul from Temple on to Jackson, who has 6 points today. 2 for 3 from free throw, now 2 for 4. As Dezzoni, it looks like he kind of forgot that he gets a second one because he looked like he was going up court with that.
Are they?
Interesting.
There's a conversation now going on with the refs and Coach Fisher.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looks like Coach Fisher is asking them to review something because he's also confused why he gets 2, even though I'm pretty sure it was a shooting foul that they called.
Interesting.
So I'm not sure why Dezzoni and Fisher both thought that he only got 1 free throw, but
Weird mix-up there. Maybe it was just him backing up his player.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how you could be not aware of what was happening here.
yeah, I'm not sure, but I mean, you're up by 18 now, 17. So at least something like that shouldn't affect the game at all. Just a funny little thing that happens. Looks like Buffalo continuing this full court press. Mashburn now bringing it up. And with this full court press, it looks like double teaming whoever has the ball. It's going to be a reach and foul on Bolden there. I wonder if Temple is going to still try to milk this clock or still going to get, if they get an open shot, I wonder if they're just going to take it. I mean.
And Sable, who just checked out, is coming right back in with Dunn.
Yeah, I'm not sure
I think he's trying to.
what's happening here.
I think the Buffalo coach is trying to do some defensive adjustments here, maybe try to get some easy steals, like putting his better defensive
Either
players
that
in,
or he was maybe trying to, maybe like the plan as Mashburn misses a free throw there. Maybe the plan to get people out of foul trouble, maybe just guarantee try to like go for the steal no matter what. That's the only thing I can think of in a situation like this. Because it looks like Buffalo is far from giving up still because their starters are still out there.
I mean, these are still valuable minutes for you. Like I said, your conference play is about to start after this game for both teams, so use these minutes to, try some stuff out.
Absolutely. A nice pass from
pass.
Dunn. Sable, I mean, he got the pump fake, the wide open play, as Bachelor from 3 doesn't hit that one. Bolden gets the dunk.
Oof.
And believe it or not, Tyler, that's the first points he scored all half.
Yeah, what a way to get your first points of the half, raising the roof on that one.
Sable now with the ball after the Stanford steal, and he's 0 from 8 from 3, and I'm not sure why, if I'm Buffalo's coach, I don't know why I would keep him in the game. Stanford with a nice layup over Bachelor, and like you said, Bachelor looking like he doesn't want to foul out of this game.
Yeah, no, these drives have been way too easy down low.
Looks like a little bit of chaos now. Sable fouling, settle there. That's going to be Sable's, believe it or not, first foul of the game.
That is, I wouldn't have expected that with how long he's been in the game.
He's played 32 minutes, just committed his first foul. So I'm not sure how that happened, but I mean,
this is his,
I'm not sure why he's still in.
This has to be his worst game of his, college career so far.
I mean, he's young. He's still a sophomore, but at the same time, like, it makes sense that coach wants to stick with him. To, like, tell him to, like, it's okay. You're still gonna play. You're still you're gonna get back with it.
He's the leader of their team, so you keep him in. I mean,
Yeah, but I mean, at least in this point, I think if you want to potentially come back in this one, which is it's very hard to do now. I think you just give someone else a chance to put up the shots that he's missing. Settle doesn't miss both, hits the second one, and now 83 points and 19-point lead here for Temple. Dunn now driving in, and he gets his bucket.
Nice little scoop layup there for him.
Yeah, Dunn playing 20 minutes today. Only played 3 minutes in the first half.
See, now this I don't get from Buffalo. Why are we fouling?
Down by,
You're down by nearly 20
Yeah.
points with 2 minutes left, and you're going to foul Temple every possession?
yeah, this is interesting. I don't think you're that close to come back where you need to be fouling.
I can understand pressing up and trying to get a steal off the inbound or from the
Yeah.
half court, but then to foul them, it's not like, look, it's not like Temple's the greatest free throw shooting team, but they're, I mean,
They're good enough. I mean, they're shooting 61% from the line
it's
today.
not that close of a game for you to be, especially, I don't think Mashburn's the one you want
Yeah,
to
if
be
anything,
fouled.
you're just delaying the inevitable at this point. So it's like, I'm not sure why they are fouling, but I don't know. Maybe Buffalo's coach enjoys being in the Liacouras Center and he wants to stay here for as long as possible.
We see he likes to delay things a lot.
Yeah, the timeouts especially. Yeah, Dunn now. I mean, getting himself some more points now. He has now 11 on the game. So very interesting. Very questionable decisions from Buffalo's coach all day. I mean, Dunn only played 3 minutes in the first half and scored 11 here just in the second half alone.
Yeah. And here goes Temple just with Mashburn, just kind of draw the clock out.
Bolden now on Mashburn. Yeah, and it looks like now they're not fouling. So if you're committed to fouling, I feel like they would have done it again. So I'm not sure why they did foul in that certain situation.
Because they did it like 2 or 3 possessions in a row.
Yeah, Barry gets
Another
a nice layup,
easy
and
drive.
once again, Batchelor kind of stepping out of the way and not trying to draw his 5th foul of the game. So it looks like it really isn't trying on defense now. He's really trying to stay in the game. Bolden now.
Ooh.
Oh, reach in from Barry. It looks like if he held on to it, they would have called a jump ball. But unfortunately, since he didn't, it's going to be a foul on him.
That's Barry again, staying aggressive. We know he's got the steals in this game. He's not going to give up.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's going to give them straight to the free throw line and it's going to slow the game down, Barry's still sticking with his philosophy of playing aggressive defense.
Yeah, Temple's been good with their aggressive defense all game. And
Yeah.
offense, I mean, you've got 4 players in double digits on offense. So they've had a really great all-around game. Close to scoring 90 here.
Absolutely, and now it looks like some more substitutions here. Sable and Dunn now potentially done for the game. I would assume so. I mean, a minute left. You might as well just give some of the guys that sit the bench minutes.
Most likely.
Missed free throw there for Bolden. Settle gets the ball. And still playing some press defense here, but with a minute to go, how much can that really help you? Disoni with the nice pass all the way across court. Barry now loses control of the ball.
Oh, they're saying it's Buffalo ball.
Interesting. So it
And
looks
here
like,
come Dunn and Sable back in.
So I'm not sure what I mean, I guess for the defensive possessions, they're subbing them out.
Yeah.
But if you're down now by
This
18 points, I don't know what the point is to save them playing defense.
At this point, we're watching a live scrimmage for Buffalo as they start to just practice some things and get some things down.
Yeah. They're really practicing their substitutions. See if everybody can get in as Dunn misses his three-pointer. Third shot he took from 3 today. He's 1 for 3 from three-point range.
Hey, Quante Bear really wanted that lob from Disoni as they went up court there, but Adam Fisher's telling him slow things down.
Yep, and Adam Fisher looking to take a timeout because Disoni was trapped.
He is upset.
Yeah, very interesting there. 40 seconds left to go from this timeout. We're going to stay with you to go over some of the game. I mean, Tyler, from the second half, what have you liked from Temple?
In the second half, I liked how in the beginning we talked about how maybe they could get some three-point shot going, especially with Mashburn, and that's exactly what we saw. It opens up the game a bit more. They slowed down for a few minutes there and let Buffalo go on like what was like an 8-0 run.
Yeah, about that.
But then Temple gets right back into it. They get back to what worked for them before with the drives, getting into the paint, getting to the bucket, which we see from every single game they play. If they can stay aggressive and get down low and get to the line, they are a really good team. It's just when you get to the free throw lines at times, it's been iffy. And even today, they're shooting below 70% from the free throw line. But it's the volume of free throws that you're getting because you're staying aggressive that kept you in the game and then also helped you keep the lead. And then once those drives keep going and you get the other team into foul trouble, we've seen what happens for them here.
Absolutely. And what I've liked from Temple this half is definitely just their defense. They really haven't stopped. And they haven't stopped defending as hard as they were in the first half. In the first half, they were aggressive, getting a lot of turnovers, getting a lot of steals, And in the second half, you think maybe they might back up because they have a lead, but they actually kept going, and they kept stepping on the gas defensively. So I really liked the game plan the entire day, which was be aggressive on defense and really stop Buffalo from getting easy shots.
Yeah. Yeah, and then, like we talked about how this is their last non-conference play. Temple plays this next Friday against Wichita State, and this is a good sign for them going into it.
I mean, if you drop 90 points going into conference play, that's definitely a big statement to show the other teams. As 89 points now, they're getting close from Shane Dezzoni.
And for Buffalo, I mean, this is back-to-back games where you drop. I mean, you let Georgia score 100 on you. Now you're letting Temple drop 90 plus on you potentially. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lot to figure out in the MAC before you start your conference play.
Yep. 2-point shot there from Buffalo, but 23 seconds left. They get the turnover they need. Well, they don't really need it. They just get a turnover. And Steve Settle now fighting for the ball. Eventually, a foul is going to be called.
A little chippiness.
Very interesting. I'm Steve Settle. I would be a little upset. I mean, you're down by 18 points at this point. I'm not sure why you're really fighting me for the ball. But, I mean, Buffalo's sticking to that aggressive defense. They want to keep causing turnovers.
No, I mean, it's good. You want to see a team fighting till the end, and that's what they're doing.
Absolutely. Temple now could hit that 90-point mark as Settle is going to the line. And it's definitely a huge confidence boost going into conference play, showing that you can score over 90 points and especially not really make many mistakes in this one. They played a pretty clean game so far.
No, they did a great job staying in control. Temple did, and I think your defense has been, I mean, it's just been exceptional today for the most part. I mean,
absolutely.
You've had players like Quante Berry and Dezzoni and Stanford, all these guys disrupting as much as they can.
Yeah, and even when Lynn Greer was on the court, he did very good defensively as well.
Oh, he was fantastic, yeah. And, you know, we talked about him coming to the game of where maybe we could see more minutes from him. He only played 15 minutes today, but I think a large part that's because of the play of Quante Berry.
Speaking of Quante Berry, pokes that one out there, still playing very aggressive defense to the very end. But, I mean, Lynn Greer got his first start of the season, and he did not play as many minutes as a big cheer for one of the players off of the bench for Temple as, I mean, Connor Gale is now in the game for the first time, and everybody seemed to cheer when he came onto the court. That was fun to see as Quante Berry giving it to Gale. Gale!
Oh, they wanted him to shoot it.
They really wanted him to put up the board. That shows what kind of guy he is. He's going to not force anything, get the win.
Smile on his face.
Really funny turn events at the end of this one. But the Owls getting a win in their final non-conference game of the season. I mean, what a game for them. They now improved to 8-5, and they're 5-0 at home. What is the takeaway from this game, Tyler? What can you expect moving forward now going into conference play?
Well, I think what's really encouraging to me has been the rebounding. It's something that Coach Fisher's talked a lot since the beginning of the season. That's something they've wanted to get better at, especially on the offensive glass. Well, they did a great job in that today.
Absolutely.
They won the offensive rebounding battle. Little empty calories for Buffalo in the end there, but Temple did a great job off the glass. They did a great job causing turnovers, disrupting everything Buffalo tried to do on offense. And it was the fast break points, the bench points again. Temple had 48 bench points today. I just can't speak enough to the hustle that Temple showed today. Still want to get better with your free throw percentage. Yeah. I'm sure that's something they'll continue to work on all season, but it has been getting better, and the volume of free throws is still there. So Temple has shown a lot of improvement over here in the past month, especially since the Big 5 games. So I think they can be very happy with the improvements they have made in the past few weeks, and now
Absolutely.
I feel like they can feel like they're ready for the conference play.
Yeah, and I mean, who would your MVP be today? I mean, I feel like everybody deserves an award after this game. They've all played well. No player really came in and made like bad mistakes. Nobody really like ruined the game for Temple. So it's going to be actually hard to pick an MVP. Who would yours be?
I would say Quante Berry. He was very efficient. He was 7 for 8 from the field. He did miss his free throws, but But, you know, he had the steals. He was disruptive on defense all day. It wasn't even just the steals. It was the deflections as well. He was a menace on both sides. He was aggressive and decisive. It was just great to see for him. I mean, he took over in the game, it felt like, at times.
Absolutely. I'm going to go with Shane Dezzoni. I mean, very similar play style from him and Quante Berry. They both basically did the exact same thing, both to their own strengths. He came in 11 points, 4 for 8 shooting, 1 for 3 from 3 points, but I mean the defensive end for him as well. I mean 5 rebounds, 5 assists. I mean he played a really clean game, which especially for him, I mean losing his starting job, it's never easy when you lose a starting job, but if he's coming in and still performing to the best of his capabilities, it shows what kind of guy he is, that he just wants to help the team win no matter any way he can.
Yeah, and a quick shout out to Steve Settle as well. He had a double-double, 13 points, 11 rebounds. He's just always been a consistent force for the Temple Owls.
Absolutely, and that will do it here in this one. Temple getting another win here at home, improving their record to 8-5. I'm Jake Holzhauer alongside Tyler Blankenship. It's been a fun game to watch.
Oh, yeah.
All around. So thank you so much for tuning in. And next week, you said they were facing who, Tyler?
Wichita State, and I will be calling that game as well.
Yep, so look forward to hearing from Tyler once again. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time against Wichita.